and Science of Emotional Connections in a Competitive World will be taking place tomorrow at Hotel Africana in Kampala. The summit will gather prominent figures in marketing, communications, and business strategy to delve into how emotional intelligence, storytelling, and cultural relevance do shape branding in today's saturated market. Joining us now is Graham Robertson, global brand strategist and founder of Beloved Brands, who is a keynote speaker at the summit. Good afternoon to you, Graham.
Good afternoon to you.
Yes.
Very excited to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. Now, of course, we want to understand how emotional intelligence in today's era does contribute to building sustainable brands.
Yeah, so branding is a little bit like a personal relationship. We move in a way from strangers to friends to forever love in a brand. Mm-hmm. And the same thing happens in our strategy, how we feel connected. And that is the emotional connection that we have. And the most beloved brands talk more about almost the consumer than they do themselves, as you would in a relationship. And so that's one of the best things, is to understand that consumer better than anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Okay, when it comes to emotional intelligence and the competitive market that we're talking about, what strategies would you advise businesses to adopt so that they can be able to have their brand connecting emotionally to their people, but at the same time get into the growth that they want to envision for themselves?
Yeah, obviously you need a great product, but once you build on that product, that's where you connect with consumers. And what you want to do is mine for insights, which are almost little secrets about the consumer that they can connect with. Mm-hmm. And when you connect with them, that's where the bond starts to happen. And then as you deliver over time, you become a more trusted brand. And that's where, once you gain that trust, you build into the rituals of their life and become a favorite moment of the day or favorite moment of the lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Graham, you have made mention of a consumer secret. How can I get into the consumer's mind?
So that's where the emotional intelligence, you got to listen, ask the right questions, just as you would on a date as well. Mm-hmm. You know, when I was going on my first date, my mom told me, talk about her more than you talk about yourself. So try to get to understand them, whether that's market research or trying to listen for those insights. Mm-hmm. And play it back to them and see if it resonates to them.
Okay. Now, in the era of artificial intelligence, how then would companies leverage artificial intelligence to be able to read their customers' mind and be able to feed into their emotional intelligence and yet at the same time deliver accordingly?
Yeah, the most beloved brands actually do just that. They connect because they use these secrets and put them into advertising, put them into the new products, and put them into the service elements. And some of the best brands, they know the consumer almost better than what the consumer knows themselves. Mm-hmm. And they go with the unexpressed needs to really figure out what the consumer is not even saying, but it still needs. And that's where the worst brands actually just ramble on about themselves nonstop. So trying to talk in their language. So it's not just, you can project what you do by saying what the consumer gets and how you make them feel.
Okay, with the Datamine Summit around the corner, what should people be expecting from this summit?
Well, I want to be able to find that inspiration to spark the marketers of Uganda to do great things and find their own, personal opportunities that they see.
All right.
And that's what it really, for me, that's the most important thing. Mm-hmm. The marketers have to be great, and that's what I want to make sure that I can leave people feeling inspired to reach for their own greatness.
All right. Thank you so much, Graham Robertson.
Thank you.
He's going to be a keynote speaker at the Datamine Summit.